somebody said to me that they thought I was fat in PE because people comparing bodies in PE, and I took that really close to my heart, and I thought, well, if people call me fat, I must have to lose a bit of weight.
I was about 12. I sort of thought, I'm just not right. I'm different to other people. There's just something wrong with me. And I couldn't quite... I put it down to my weight, and I didn't know if I was right for my age or if I was too heavy or just there was something wrong. I saw all my friends, all the people at school, they were like, oh, they started doing diets and stuff. So I was like, why not? I'll just give it a go. And then, of course, I didn't realise and pick up that they were only doing it for a little thing.
I'd come home from school and I'd literally go upstairs and weigh myself because that became the routine. Like, it would become the routine. It would be that, and then I wouldn't eat my lunch, and then, like, it would get to the stage where I'd, like, take my crusts off my sandwiches, and then I'd, like, take stuff off my sandwiches, and it'd get to the stage where I wouldn't eat at all.
I set sort of a mental goal of to try and be more normal, which for me was more like being as sort of thin as my friends, so then I could just fit in and be normal. But then I suppose it was more like, then I wanted to be different because I wanted to being the best at it.
Yeah, because this kid said, oh, you look well. I was like, oh, thank you. I took that very kindly, and I was like, yes. People are starting to notice I'm losing weight and I'm looking good now, but then it got to a too low weight, and then people didn't want to talk to you. People didn't know what to say to you, and I was always cold all the time. Nobody dared say anything because they didn't want to offend me or anything.
I didn't feel like I was in control of everyone else because everyone was doing different things and everyone was like, everything was changing. That I felt the only way I could control myself and make myself feel better was through the exercise and was through the controlling of the food and the controlling of the calories, because that's something that never changed. Like, I could have told you everything I'm saying to like the calories and everything. That never changed. That was always a constant, and that's what I liked.
I couldn't control my friends, I couldn't control what I do at school. Why can't I take on board and control something of my life? I know that a few of my friends, although they didn't necessarily speak to me about their concerns, they did go and speak to the school nurse. I think because also they might have been struggling with the idea about what was happening and didn't quite understand. And I have to say that looking back, I am so grateful that they did, because then the school nurse got in contact with the PANS team, and I did get the help I needed.
I'd packed my bags to go up to my dad's, and I thought I'd be able to leave straight after, but they said to go for some more blood tests, so I went for some more blood tests, and it happened that from then on I had to stay in hospital for about 4 months. So, and I was quite young as well, so I didn't truly understand what was going on, and I hadn't really heard of anything like an eating disorder before. Of course I had, but not as in-depth as you do as you get older. And I didn't really understand much about what I was thinking, and you haven't done anything like that in school, or depression or anything yet. So it was just a bit overwhelming getting all this new information.
It was probably the hardest thing they had to do, put their daughter in hospital. I mean, I cannot imagine doing that. But I'm stupid, and I can't thank them enough.
I just remember as soon as I stepped through those doors that I just felt automatically more welcomed, and I understood from then on there was other people other than me, and I slightly began to understand it more.
I must have spent 3 months without any leave, and it just sat there, and I just looked out the window, and I just thought, oh, what am I doing? This is not a life, like being in hospital. I don't want to be in and out of hospital my whole life. I don't want to be labelled as the girl who had the eating disorder. I don't want to be labelled as the person who wasted all that time in hospital, wasted all her family's time, I mean, not going on holiday, not experiencing all these different things. You know, I wanted to be that person who did everything and had that life experience and did everything. I wanted to go to university. I wanted to, like, have a boyfriend. I wanted to, like, have friends. I wanted to go out. I wanted my dad to tell me off. Like, I wanted I wanted that teenage life. And I was like, well, who's stopping me? No one in here is stopping me. No one at all. Like, they're all willing me to get better. The only person stopping me from getting better is myself.
When you leave, you're, like, in the big wide world, and it's, like, really scary. But That's when I started seeing a new chapter of my life, and I really started enjoying it then.
When someone walks in the room, they're not going to look at you, they're not going to judge you, they're not going to ask what dress size you are, they're not going to ask, like, what you weigh, because these are all numbers. These aren't material things. You are the material thing, and, like, that's what's most important.
Yeah, that's what I enjoy, getting back to doing everything I used to do, like PE, eating normal, healthy diet, and that's the things I enjoy, really, because when you're in hospital, you can't do any of them things. Your mind's constantly on food and losing weight and don't want to eat that.
Sounds sad, but I'm actually really looking forward to doing my AS levels this year.
Your outlook on life completely changes, and just accepting what you are, it's just a great feeling, really. Even, like, tomorrow I might wake up and just think, how good is it just to be here still? I can have the rest of life ahead of me. I can have so many opportunities. There's no need to stress on the minute details of life. There's no need to worry about if you get a tiny low mark on that test paper. There's the whole world to experience, and you just think sometimes things like this, they make you grow up and understand the world so much better.